We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I think this is something that we can expect the rest of the day here, Mike, in the passing game. They love getting the running back involved early. And I think until the defense shows they got a plan to take him away, expect them to continue to find ways to get him involved in the passing game.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Allen to his tight end Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down. Back to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's May. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now Allen on 1st down. The veteran Jelani Tavai getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, Allen hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Great great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Henderson. 1st down and more inside the 40. And he will go all the way. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Pats will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. The gun, here's Allen. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's taken in. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Chicago Bears. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Soldier Field. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To throw, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To the air, Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. On 4th down, here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet from 6 yards away. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's May. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Henderson going to run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. To throw, it's May. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air, May. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better.
That he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Trevion Henderson taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. To throw, it's Williams. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing here is May.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Williams under pressure, and they got to him again.
Harold Landry. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. Williams.
Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now Williams. A final shot before break. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. Made nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown. The last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world.
Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 2nd down, May. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third and short, and here is May. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, New England. Out of the gun, here's May. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw again is May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on 3rd and short. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Here's May again. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
That'll be caught. It's Hunter. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. That is incomplete.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away.
That is caught by the tight end, Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a second down. Off the bootleg. Here's May. Forced out wide. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. In motion is Myers. Lawrence now on second down. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to Foxborough after this. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Etienne will get into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.